Intro videos are for suckers.
Intro videos are dumb. We never use those.
Do I want to monitor the chat on your channel or on my channel?
I don't know. It's been a while since we've done this. I've forgotten how it works.
The way it works is all of the chat will show up in StreamYard. But our actual chats will only show up in the individual channels.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know. Well, either way, hey everybody. That's the coldest open we've ever done for the live stream.
No, that wasn't cold open. That was just troubleshooting. All right, let's see who's here. What's up, Gonzo, who was first, and Joe, who was second, and DM Stern, who, Ryan is getting sucked back into the Fender lot. He probably ended his career this weekend, but that's fine.
Yeah,
I told him that getting canceled is probably the best thing that could happen to the channel. Because when you get canceled, there's 100,000 people will show up who want to know why you're getting canceled.
And then another 100,000 who want to yell at you to tell you you're canceled.
Yeah, it's just views through the freaking roof.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like we've got some people confused as to why Ryan is not here. That's how long it's been since we've done this. Ryan doesn't do the Sunday live streams.
Ryan barely live streams. Ryan barely knows how to live stream. He can only use live stream from his laptop camera.
Oh,
can he live stream from his actual? I guess maybe he can actually do it from his real camera now.
Yeah,
it's just Ryan slander. Hey, man,
that's what I do. I mean, I do it the same way you do. We both have the same camera.
It's because his camera in space is what's the word I'm looking for? It's hooked up to not a computer.
Oh, I got you.
He just records to itself and then does everything in post.
That tracks.
Yeah,
I do everything to the computer because
Ryan attracts the wrong sort of eggplant. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Joe says we're frozen. Is that Ian might be referencing the penis incident?
Oh, that's very possible. That is very possible. I don't.
Yeah, Richard SD card. That's what those things are called. The little thing that you stick in the thing. The little thing that you stick in the hole.
Could even be micro SD. Oh wait, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. SD cards are apparently super expensive now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You think I could trade this for a Klon?
Maybe. I don't. It depends how big is that.
I think that one's 512.
512 gigs.
Gigabytes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like $130. Is that a lot? That feels like a lot.
Woo!
That's how much it is at Best Buy. Is that a SanDisk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the Amazon Basics 512 is $100.
Gee. I have at least 3 of them.
Yeah.
I bought them. Yeah. I probably didn't even pay $100 combined for the 3 of them.
I don't know if my camera will take a 512.
It will, because you have the same camera as I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think 512 is the cap. I think that's
maybe
the cap.
512. Okay, I think I got a 120. Did I buy a 128? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you know what my Amazon orders are?
We share a bunch of information already between StreamYard and Riverside. We don't need to also share Amazon accounts, Steve.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if we want to do this now or later. You tell me. I got a Warm Audio Reverb mystery box. I'm going to crack that sucker open.
Oh, have you not opened yours yet?
I have not opened it. Do we want to do that now?
I've already opened mine.
Pleasantries.
I've already opened mine and sold what I got.
Oh my gosh! I only got mine. Mine showed up Friday, I think.
Oh, mine showed up like Wednesday.
So I was hoping that they because they were taking so long shipping mine out that it meant something, but
Yeah, didn't mean
I
anything.
mean, it still could mean something because it is this size box. I suppose
That was the size of my box.
You could fit a Klon in here.
You definitely could fit a Klon. In fact, I know that you could fit the original box for a Klon in there as well. So
but based on weight,
Steve, if you open a real Klon on this live stream, I swear to everything.
Okay, all right, here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. I'm not going to open a real Klon right now. But if I open a real Klon right now, I will post it on Reverb on the live stream.
I love that.
Andrew got the ring mod a lot. So it's funny. It's funny because I feel like there's this thing going on where depending on when I'm out of focus.
Oh, well, don't do that.
Like barely out of focus. Depending on when you go on the internet, on the places where people are complaining about what they got, you will see different most common pedal. Basically.
Oh, interesting.
So, I mean, some places everyone is complaining, or a lot of people are complaining about how they got the ring mod. But
the ring mod's rad. I mean,
it's the Moog clone.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that I would have kept if I got.
What did you get?
I got the CE1 clone, the WAC1, and while it was cool sounding, to be honest, I prefer small clone chorus to the CE style.
Joe, this is exactly like everyone complaining about getting womb tone. It's like you're still getting a deal. But at the first wave that I saw of people opening were all the warm drives.
I saw a lot of warm drives.
And apparently now it's all the ring mod. I've seen a handful of the compressor limiter.
I would have kept the compressor too if I got it.
Which is an Origin clone, apparently.
It's more like I don't think it's an Origin clone. It is an 1176 style.
Let's open this thing up.
It's not like the Origin.
This reinforced tape. This box is that actually the box? It's brown. Does that mean something?
A brown box?
It's a brown box.
I don't know.
I know mine. The internal box is brown. I think that might be a Centavo.
It might be.
Here. This is what I'm looking at right now.
Oh.
That's all I see. It looks like there's some ancient world art maybe on there. Yeah, a bunch of Foxtones. Dude, I'd love to get a Foxtone.
I had one. I need to get another one. They were actually cool.
5-year warranty, and
let's see. I'm trying to guess what pedal that might be. Oh, Centavo. Look at that. That's it.
Centavo. Not to be confused with Tavo from Nocturne Pedals. He should sue them.
Well, there you go. Steve did get a Klon, just not
the Klon.
Yeah.
Wait, how are they getting away with this on the inside? How much is John Mayer getting paid for every one of the? I mean,
that's Juan Mayor, dude.
This thing's pretty serious.
It is, dude. It's full size replica. So
I can't wait to strip the art off of this and replace it with real Klon art, and then try to sell it on a Reverb for $5,000.
That's how people do it. No, you got to set. No, you can't do that on Reverb though. Once you do that, you got to go to eBay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, Adam. Yes, that is indeed a PRS. Right there.
What's funny is I'm always complaining about Klons and how I have a Tumnus Deluxe and how I barely even use it, but in theory, like Tumnus Deluxe is the last Klon you'll ever need, but
No, it's not. You know what the last Klon you ever need is?
An actual Klon.
Nope. One of these.
Oh, is one side of yours a Klon?
It's a Klon with a built-in extra boost for extra gain.
Is it sold out?
Yes.
Sold out, right?
Sold out. Sold all 15.
Good. You picked a good number.
Yeah, it was tough because like I originally started with 10, and then enough people told me they were gonna buy one that I was like, maybe I should do a little more. So we upped it to 15. 15 is a really good number for like a small channel, small podcast like mine. So this is one of the protos. So this wasn't one of the ones that sold or anything.
No, it probably sounds totally different than.
Totally different. This obviously sounds better because it has better components.
Does it really?
No, it's the exact same.
That's a thing too.
This was what I called the dress rehearsal proto. This was the one we tested the art on.
I have it's not a prototype, but I had back when we used to do the what's it called, Secret Santa, or 60 Cycle Hum, the Inner Circle. We did a what's up, RJ? Adam Lee, hello, Adam Lee. We did a mostly low called it Centavo, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Professor Poo Poo Pee Pee. Was there a warm tuner pedal? I have no idea. Do they make a tuner pedal?
I didn't know they made a tuner pedal. I bet it's just a Boss clone.
Wait, am I using my camera? This shouldn't be my camera mic audio.
Okay, RJ, I'm glad you said it because it sounded like it, but I can, like when he touches his mic, I hear that. So it's
definitely not the camera mic audio because it's the thing.
Y'all, I told him before we started that he sounded weird, but we needed to get going. So it's fine. It's fine.
I don't know, man. It's a Lewitt mic. Is it good? Is it bad? Is my Volt 2 failing?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Because I am also using a Lewitt mic.
Built on mics or on internet speed. That's just camera quality.
And all preamp sound the same.
That's probably the problem. Is I'm not using a Focusrite, which is apparently the same as a Neve.
Yeah, a Neve and Focusrite, they're identical. They're the same thing. So I also show you. This is the other proto, the not art proto. This is like the proto.
That looks cool.
It's got like a 3D Ben did like a 3D printed mock-up of the artwork that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And so before we made some changes, this has side jacks and top jacks. It's real weird. He wasn't sure which he wanted to go with at the time or offered as options.
Yeah, I'm uploading it over 100 megabits per second, so I think I'm fine.
You're fine. That's not.
You know what it is. This is a theory I've had for a minute.
Okay.
I actually think in my room a condenser is a bad choice.
Oh, interesting.
I think it's just picking up fan audio probably.
Maybe.
Because Gonzo's saying like he's hearing room reverb. I bet it's a fan.
Maybe. I don't know. We will troubleshoot that later. It is not bad. It's just different to me. So Steve, what you been up to besides not opening your mystery box?
I only got it like a day ago.
I know. Okay. For those of you in the chat that got a mystery box, how long did it take you to open it after getting it? That's what I want to know. How fast did you open your mystery box? Steve waited 2 days.
I mean, I would have opened it like Friday night. So practically, I barely waited a day and a half.
Okay. He waited 36 hours.
Yeah.
Anyway.
To find out that I got
a Klon.
This live stream brought to you by Not Warm Audio. So on your channel, I made everything pretty neutral. Yours is just 40 watt 60 cycle hum live. On my side, it says the title of the stream is Your Favorite Brand Sucks.
Oh,
I also have a different thumbnail that implies that we're going to talk about
the big F
Fender and whatever, but I don't know if we are. I wanted to. My original title was just going to be F this brand.
But it's like F : this brand.
No, it's like F star K this brand. Oh, DM Stern, just wait till this next Monday's episode where you get to hear me cut off a lot again.
Oh no. Y'all, it's funny because I love listening to y'all when you do that. Like you'll go on a story and Ryan looks for every opportunity to stop that story.
Yeah.
But you tell involved stories, and that's good.
The problem is I'm thinking about a lot of that stuff in real time, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going as I'm telling it, or like how to convey where I'm going. And also, like sometimes you're talking about things honestly. And you're honestly like you're talking about things and you're realizing that you have to limit in real time what information you do and don't actually know, because it may or may not, be damaging to the brand.
Oh, sure. That's the beauty of my small channel and podcast. I can say what I want and it doesn't matter.
Well, it probably matters to whoever you're interviewing.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. And I having a conversation with, I refuse to use the term I do have it in a few of the little blurbs about my podcast that it's interviews. I need to change that. They're not interviews. They're conversations. Yeah.
I mean,
it's a different vibe. In an interview, there's the idea that I'm going to ask you questions and you answer.
Yeah.
In a conversation, there's more of an expectation of a back and forth.
I mean, my background is in evangelicalism, so that's real close to like, I'm not religious. I have a relationship with Jesus.
I don't think it's quite that.
I don't interview my guests. I have a conversation with them.
I do.
But it's
I have true.
I'm building a personal relationship with my guest this week. Jesus Christ. Jesus, how's it going?
It's my response to I used to get, I don't get them as much anymore. So y'all please don't start sending them because they kind of hurt my feelings. I used to get every now and then I get somebody be like, this guy talks too much. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to have a conversation if I don't talk? You know what I mean? And that was the expectation that it was an interview. I ask a question and then somebody goes on a 15-minute answer spree. You know what I mean? And that's not what the podcast is at all.
Jesus is my type. Jesus is my rhythm. I grew up in a household where we didn't listen to was it the Doobie Brothers?
So you'd never heard Jesus is just all right until DC talked?
No, that was why we didn't. That was why the Doobie Brothers were not welcome in my household, because it was just all right. It's like, no, that's not accurate.
I thought it was because their name was a reference to marijuana, but okay.
No, it was because they said that Jesus is just all right.
Got it.
Implying that, he couldn't be more than all right. He's just all right.
So Steve, to bring it back around.
It would have been better if we didn't listen to the Doobie Brothers in my household, because that song sucks.
No, oh man. We're going to get in a fight 20 minutes into this. That was one of the first riffs I ever learned to play.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of shitty music when I was a kid too. I still do. We're gonna talk about that guitar. Are those clay dots?
Yeah, these are clay dots. Wow. Do I need to sell my S-shaped object? That's what I need to know. Oh my
gosh, you can go change the title of your stream.
I did. Already changed it to match yours.
Okay,
but I can change it again.
Wait, tell me more about this S-shaped object that has clay dots.
Oh, I've had this for a little bit. I traded my white Falcon for this.
You traded a white guitar for another white guitar?
Yeah. That just happened to be. This is a they call these are custom shop postmodern strats. So they are they're very traditional spec in a lot of ways. Clay dots, nitro finish, it's checked and relict, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of things to piss people off. It's got the 6 saddle bridge on it. That's all pretty normal. but it's also got a compound radius on the fretboard, like 9.5 to 12. It's also got a contoured heel instead of a blocked off heel.
And it's got very like unnatural wear on the neck.
Oh yeah, totally. That's not normal. That's not normal.
Or maybe is that just the way that looks?
No, well, I mean it's definitely matte from here to here, and then gloss.
Okay, it's not. I'm looking at a picture of it on Sweetwater. It's not as bad. When you first held it up, it looked like they just took a piece of tape, and it was just like gloss, and then a hard line, and then matte for 14 frets, and then another piece of tape, gloss.
It like, almost looks like that, but it is rounded. It's rounded at the ends. And
then, I'm waiting for this. Actually, Gonzo says Fender should just go ahead and sue everyone for the P-Bass too.
It's coming. I'm
just figure by the end of this. Well, the Strat's going to be the test case. If this goes through, if it's held, then we will see every Leo Fender involved design.
Yep, 100%. Everyone. And I've been making the argument, well, what about the Paul Bigsby stuff? Then I learned Fender owns Paul Bigsby now.
Oh yeah, they
bought it in like 2209, 08.
Yeah, 2209.
2209.
That's what you said.
I know. Shut up. You know what I meant. 20.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. This says Fender 2019.
Was it that recent?
Yeah. But I mean, so Ted McCarty owned it until 1999.
Yep.
And then Gretsch owned it for 20 years. So
right. And then Gretsch sold it to Fender, which, I mean, Gretsch is licensed by Fender. So that's a weird, like, pass on thing. So.
Right. I did. Okay. I didn't watch. I got some feedback from people who did. But I did not watch from like probably a month ago now. The chairman of the board had a couple of lawyers on.
Yeah, they didn't know either, though.
I heard the whole vibe on that was almost like, because we are lawyers who are very publicly involved with a totally unrelated firm, that they just didn't really like. They were there, but they wanted to really paint in broad strokes, almost as if they were worried they would get sued by Fender.
Yeah. Well, it also, so I did watch that. I think that's officially the only episode of Chairman of the Boards I've watched or listened to.
I watched the one where I've watched a couple other ones. It's pretty. I watched the one where one of the ones where they interviewed KDH.
Okay.
I think it was that was the one where, you would think a guy who's a fake engineer would realize that, like, you can get good at your job without having a degree in certain fields.
Right.
And Google Foo is one of them.
Yeah.
Like, it blows my mind. Like, this is not intended as KDH slander. But it blows my mind that people don't understand the power of a bored teenager during COVID.
Facts.
I think he was like a teenager still, or maybe like a bored college student during COVID. I don't have anything to do. I'm just gonna jump on Google and friggin' follow the rabbit hole on Rob Chapman until I've got a YouTube video to publish.
Right. And it honestly, if you know anything about publicly available resources or how to use your public library to use databases, you can get really far down that rabbit hole into, actual documentation and learn all you want to learn. It's how investigative journalism works.
Yep. Joe says you can learn how to be good at anything without a degree, given access to the internet or a job where you can gain experience in the subject. Absolutely.
That's fact.
Absolutely. 100%. I'm going to come around on my appreciation.
Wait. Let me finish on the lawyer thing first, though. So I did watch that episode, and the vibe I got was hey, we're lawyers in this field who have had about 10 minutes to read on this situation and give opinions on it. That was what it felt like to me.
Yeah. And it's one and done. Like, I don't know that they ever came back. That's why I appreciated Matthew Barron Esquire over at Blues Lawyer Confidential.
Oh, yeah.
He did an initial video, and the initial video was pretty high level.
Yeah.
And then as more information came out, he did a second video where he got into it a lot more. Where he got into like, and on all of his stuff was very couched in, I'm going to turn this light off. It's getting too warm in here. It's already like, it's my office. Unfortunately, the thermostat is not in my office, and because of the lights and everything, it gets way hotter in here than it does in the rest of the house very quickly. But anyway, yeah, I appreciated his video because he says repeatedly in the video, I'm an American lawyer. This is how I believe it would be litigated here.
Right.
But I don't know about anything else in Europe, you know. Higher Ed Theory says, do you guys know Alex No Guitar? I don't know Alex.
I don't.
No Guitar. I don't think.
I do think it's really valid that.
Oh, this guy! I saw him yesterday. RJ sent me a video from this guy.
RJ is now going, I told you about this guy. You know about him.
Well, for what it's worth, his name is just NKH2000K. On Instagram. So I don't, and it's all of his descriptions are in Korean. I don't.
Well, he is professor and department chair, popular music at Jungbu. I can't say that properly, so if I got it wrong, University. South Korea studio and live session guitarist since 1995. Oh, he's been a session guy for K-pop artists.
Yeah, he's got 40K on.
Yeah. Dig it.
Check him out on YouTube.
Amanda. Hold on. No, I don't.
Yeah, his the video RJ sent me is pretty sick.
Awesome.
Well, what are we talking about? Fender. This Fender thing, man. I don't know that, you know, Toman says we're like, I like how Toman's just like, fuck this. Let's just get into it
and get this over with. Like,
and Fender's like, no.
Will's gonna sue you.
We're gonna sue you for like.
Well, so the real question is, I'm assuming, and this is all assumption, I'm assuming the Toman lawsuit will happen first.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Because if Toman wins their lawsuit, then the countersuit, the suit from Fender, is null and void.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At least that's the way that makes sense. Law doesn't always make sense.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. I think the one that really pushed me over, like, what is going on? Like, why are we doing this? Is was the cease and desist to Cool Old Guitars.
Yeah, that was the one that's like, oh,
that's what we're doing here.
Yeah. Oh, you are an idiot. Y'all have no idea what you're doing. You're really just shotgunning it out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not. It's so dumb. It makes me so mad, and it's not going to end well. This is a lose-lose situation. There's no good that can come from this. But I put a post up a little while back about the numbers from that Reuters article, right?
Oh yeah.
With the chart of guitar sales, and I fully believe at this point Fender went into massive debt, overbought during the COVID fall down, and now they're trying to fix things instead of weathering the storm like everybody else by trying to shut everybody else down.
Yeah, this was the article. Was it the one 3 days ago or the one? I think it's the one 5 days ago.
Yeah, I think it's
Reuters. Yep, Reuters has run a couple. Let's see. Let's just to sharing a screen. Is anything on that screen sketchy? Yes, it is. I'm working on a letter recommendation for somebody, so it's not actually sketchy. It's just things that
things you can't really
want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is it's an interactive graph.
Oh, I just took a screenshot. I did not realize it was interactive.
Well, it's just breaking down the year and actual sales volume. U.S. electric guitar sales repeat after I mean, this is a graph of the entire industry. This isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is saying U.S. electric guitar sales, but you could apply this across the entire industry and get something really accurate. This is a 30% drop, basically.
Oof.
Going from 1.5 down to 1.1.
We'll do it from 2021 to 2023 at its lowest there.
Yeah.
That's
so it's about a full 30%.
That's wild to me that in 2023, sales of guitars were lower than 2016.
Low ball market. I almost feel like this says go find fuzz and pedals on Reverb and
lowball them.
And lowball them.
That's exactly what it is. I'm not sure
if that's the hey Justice, how's it going?
But yeah, the fact that guitar sales tanked so far I don't think Fender planned appropriately for the fall off from the pandemic peak.
Right.
That's what happened. No one said that out loud, but they've gone through 2 rounds of massive layoffs. They're what Phil McKnight said, they're $186 million in debt.
Which, for what it's worth, I still haven't decided if that's a lot.
Right. Well, I think it's a lot considering their annual, like Fender's annual sales numbers. The company that owns them is 1.2 billion, I think is what I read.
That is a lot.
So 186 million is a lot for one company owned by that company.
Yeah, apparently Fender's revenues are this is saying Fender's revenues are estimated to be 1.1 to 1.8. But
okay,
I don't know. I mean, the Leo Fender apparently sold this company for $13 million in 1965. So I mean, I think those guys did all pretty good. But yeah, obviously COVID roll off. They were doing the Fender Play thing. That's fallen off. And yeah, I think the whole thing is kind of that's exactly what it looks like. And it looks like you're saying, it's almost like they're trying to regain whatever portion of this, portion of that 30% they lost. They're trying to get it back by not smartly diversifying their product offering, because let's actually look at their product line just for electric guitars. Let's look at the Stratocaster. How many Stratocasters do they sell right now?
Well, while you're doing this, I'm going to give these numbers because there's an article that was posted over on YamahaMusicians.com about this. And it was looking at the financial picture for Fender, and it's using Moody's, which does credit rating.
Yeah, their credit's bad.
Yeah, they got downgraded in 2025. And apparently, according to those numbers, Servco is about an annual company of 1.8 billion, but Fender only makes up about the Fender Musical Instruments Corporation only makes up about 700 to 720 million of that.
Oh, okay.
So if they owe 186 million and they only have a gross revenue of 780 million, whew, that's not good.
It's not good, but it's not. I mean, I owe $500,000 and I don't make $500,000. So I feel like Fender's in better shape than I am.
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about personal home finances here. We're talking about a business here.
It really comes down to, and this is the problem with the Moody's thing. This is the problem with with all of this, right? Like, this is how this was the whole issue with GameStop back in the day, is if everybody calls their debts at the same time, then yeah, Fender. You know, if every bank that Fender owes money to, there's like two. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them. Are just like, we want to be paid now. Then yeah, you're cooked. It's a Wonderful Life.
I'm going to.
You can't all. What do you mean the money's not at the savings and loan?
Yeah, I'm gonna post this, and we need to have this conversation a little later after you go through these strats.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through every strat.
Yeah,
I'm just noticing that, you know, there's 94 results for strat.
Oh my gosh.
I've done this before. They have like 20 different lines. Some of them are very small. Like standard, there's only 2 standard Stratocasters. But do we really need standard and player modified and Vintera and player? Like these are the
no.
And then is there another? I guess like Vintera's 15.
Hold on, DM Stern. There's a reason I'm not wearing my glasses in this video. Anyway, coming back.
Yeah. So this is 100%. But here's the problem. Everybody runs into this. This is Gibson. I've made this argument in the past that Gibson 2015 wasn't dumb because of the robot tuner. Gibson 2015 was dumb because they put robo tuners on everything.
Agreed.
And had they only put it on the high performance series, I think you would still, because the high performance series does not. Do they even still make the high performance series? I think
so. I think so.
It is not coming up on any of their.
So it's.
Do they call it something else now?
Yeah, they call it something else. It's called the Modern Collection.
Modern, and you know, I'm not trying to divulge. Gibson Les Paul.
That's where the Victory is. That's where the Supreme models are.
Yeah, and they have regular ass tuners on them.
Yep.
It's got that. It's got the contour heel, all that. I really believe that had they only put them on the high performance line at that time, that they would still be putting robo tuners on guitars. They would I
don't think they would. I don't think they still would.
You don't think those ones would have sold?
They would have lasted longer than a year, but they wouldn't still be using them because they were a flawed mechanism.
Oh, okay.
They were.
Well, maybe they would have like fixed the flawed mechanism.
Oh yeah, maybe. But I think the biggest problem, and I'm gonna address Joe's question here, or the comment here. Fender and Gibson cannot innovate. They can't. It doesn't make financial sense for them to innovate because not enough people want different to make it a viable financial option. Arbitrary number. I'll just say the vast majority of guitarists want the classic designs. And yes, there are a bunch of guitarists that want new and innovative and different, but these aren't the companies that can do it because it's not what people come to them for.
Right. And it's also, I know it's been discussed that Fender plans out their lines. Gibson probably does the same thing. You're planning out their lines, like for the most part, like years in advance.
Yep.
They don't have agility. Like Fender is not an agile company, and that's probably part of where this problem is. That being said, you know, whether it's at the custom shop level, whether, you know, it's not agile. It's actually really, where's the mod? I'm going to share another screen.
Go for it.
Tab.
Looking at Bad Guitar says, yeah, look how bad the Meteora sells, which is probably the coolest Fender design they've put out since the Jazzmaster. Right.
So this is the Gibson mod collection. The Gibson mod collection. It's actually funny. All Gibson guitars go through rigors. You see, but okay, so actually they're admitting that these are effectively B stock instruments.
Yep, 100%.
But the mod collection feels agile. Like it gives Gibson, man, I'm fucking glazing Gibson. What is wrong with my life?
I have a Gibson mod collection guitar.
But it gives Gibson like a feel of agility, even though you don't really, it's not a production model.
right?
You don't really get it, but like this finish, I'm just seeing this for the first time. This finish, like this slight dog hair, whatever finish, with what is this crazy pickups? A staple P90.
Yeah, it's staple P90s. Yeah,
thing?
like the originals.
You know, now $7,500 for a refinished B stock, like, you know,
Dog of the Dark. What a name for that finish.
That's a different conversation.
But well, it is a custom shop Les Paul custom. So
yeah. And then, you know, let's super zoom in on our orange peel here on the headstock.
Yeah, I got a little orange peel going on.
And actually, is this B stock because the tuner is too close to the edge? I don't know.
I don't know. I doubt that, actually.
No, I'm just nitpicking. But the point is, my point is, like, this gives a bit of an agile feel where if they wanted to do something, I mean, this isn't really innovative. None of these things are, well, you got a
Floyd.
like,
yeah.
But that's a standard model. Like, my point being that a lot of people, even with the agility argument, people will complain that Fender still doesn't do stainless steel frets and how they have to redo all their tooling.
Yeah.
And I get it, but I also think that there's probably a middle ground.
Oh, almost certainly. Well, there's a reason. Here's the thing. You want innovative and different. That's why Fender has Charvel and Jackson.
That's true. That's
true. Why they have those
maybe
brands.
That's why they do. Charvel or Jackson have stainless steel frets? I have no idea.
I genuinely don't know. I don't look at those guitars.
Mostly low ass, maybe dumb question, but why is it only Strat shapes? We did touch on this a little bit earlier. I do feel like there's a good chance this is the thin edge.
Yeah.
The wedge, as you put it. Yeah, trying to get caught up. Yeah, look how bad the Meteora sells. Could they start new sub brands or use Squire? I mean, the Squire Paranormal series is where Fender kind of does their experimental stuff.
Yep.
Maybe the problem is that I was going to say they do their experimental stuff, and you know, people might say like, oh, well, this is a cool guitar, but like I wish it was XYZ that they would do with the higher end models. You know, whether that's say like a Pal Faro or a Rosewood board instead of Indian Laurel, or whatever. Hey Snarky, hey Snarky. Hey Jacob. But I think that the problem is people who are attracted to the Paranormal series, they've already bought it, so now there's no actual point to Fender putting out $1,000 version of this $450 or whatever they are now. What
precisely?
The Squire Paranormal cost these days? $510.
Yeah, they're up there now.
For the Electric 6.
I'm gonna swap the comment because I think this is the next thing.
Yeah.
I don't agree, Adam, that they should nix everything below the American Pro 2 range, but I do think, like, at the basis level, there should be 6 lines. There should be 2 in the Squire, 2 in the USA, and 2 in the custom shop. So in the Squire line, you should have the Affinity, or are they still called Affinities? Whatever the lowest tier is. There should be an Affinity Strat. Put it in as many finishes as you can make sense. Make it in a rosewood and a maple board. Do the same thing for a classic vibe level Squire. Then you do at whatever you want to call the equivalent of an American Standard. And then you need a slightly higher quality American USA made guitar, not quite custom shop. And maybe that's the guitar you do the modern features on, like the sculpted heel and the other stuff. You know what I mean? You remember when it was the American Standard and the American Deluxe? Like, that's how simple it was. And then you've got custom shop. And in custom shop, you can do whatever the heck you want, but it's a custom shop Strat. And then you've got master built.
Yeah. So
like, at least you've got to at least have those 6.
Just pulled up. Oh, this is not big enough.
Can you zoom it? Zoom in. There you go.
So this is like the entire Fender lineup. Can I get it to fit in?
Y'all, Steve spent a lot of time clipping that off the website.
Yeah, a took me 5 seconds. So this is going to include the Squires as well.
Mm-hmm.
Gonzo says they can consolidate a lot of these. I agree.
Agreed. Big time.
I didn't know the standard line until they did this whole hullabaloo with like when they moved the standard line to Indonesia. I actually thought the player series had completely taken over the standard line.
I thought it had to.
And maybe DM Stern. I mean, hot take. Not is this a hot take? Axe everything except the Hello Kitty line.
Maybe Hello Kitty should just jump out and do its own guitars, be its own brand.
They probably don't have the expertise.
They don't need it.
To partner somebody.
Contract somebody to do it. It wouldn't be the first time somebody's ghost built guitars. Get them to call Mario Martin. He can build them for them.
So my thought is that you could probably take player 2, roll it into standard. I guess like off the top of my head, I don't know what the spec differences are.
There's no reason for player 2 modified, and standard to all exist.
That's kind of like my gut on it as well. I guess I'm trying to think like back in the day, you had standard, you had standard and deluxe, and then you had American standard, American deluxe, which I know you basically said that already.
And then you had Affinity. I think it was still Affinity Squire back then.
Affinity
and a regular Squire.
Well, you had Fender. You had Affinity. Squire was a mess. You had Bullet, Affinity, Standard, and Deluxe.
Oh, that's right. They didn't know what to do with Squire back then.
So they used to have 4. I mean, they still have 4. They have they have Sonic now, which I don't even see the Sonics on. Oh, there's Squire, Sonic.
Yep.
Affinity, Classic Vibe. And I think for some reason I thought there was still a deluxe collection in
I think they call them something completely different.
So yeah, it's just Sonic and Sonic Affinity. So Sonic is the new Bullet, Affinity is Affinity, but Affinity is also kind of the new standard, it feels like.
Yep.
And then Classic Vibe. Is that really it? I guess that's it.
And they were knocking it out of the park with Classic Vibe.
Yeah. The mod things could all just be. I'm going to close that out.
Yeah.
Actually, try to read. So the mod things is like, one of them is the Floyd Rose, but what is actually the difference between the player 2 and the player? I know there's differences between the player 2 and player 2 modified. I just don't remember what they are.
They did things like, I think they did things like SSH or like Telecasters with a humbucker in the neck. They did popular player mods,
right.
Didn't they?
So I'm just looking at the strat. Let's see. I'm not going to share it because you guys can just look it up. Player 2, contoured navel, contoured alder or chamber mahogany body, modern C-neck, 9.5. with rolled edges on the fretboard, Alnico V single coil, 2-point trem, classic gear tuning machines. The Player 2 modified, modern C-neck, so it's same thing, 9.5 with rolled edges, noiseless strap pickups, upgraded electronics, short post locking tuning machines, so different tuning machines.
It's almost the deluxe. It's almost the deluxe.
So yeah, so it's like Player 2 versus Player 2 modified it's kind of a deluxe version. But again, this lens to the thing is maybe it's standard, and then I don't know. I guess the player is equivalent to deluxe, but the player line is just so big.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I do think their lines are a little convoluted. They just need some clearer lines. They actually don't have to have less variation to do this.
Yeah,
just put them. Just bring it in so that, like, if you think, because Steve, I bet you think like this too. Think like a folder system on your guitar. Mm-hmm. You need way fewer folders at the top. Consolidate those, and you can have more subfolders.
Right. Well, no, exactly. That's what it is. Is like player two modified. Like
Just call them player.
Just call them player, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Player 2 modified Floyd Rose is so many modifiers.
Yeah. Look, I'll use this as an example. PRS makes a lot of guitars. A lot of guitars. The PRS has like 4 lines. They have SE, they have S2, they have signature, and they have core.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I think they separate all of the bolt-on that aren't signature as their own separate thing. So maybe 5. But that's it. One hand worth of collections. And then everything else is a sub of one of those 5.
Right.
It's just frustrating. Oh, that's right. I forgot about these because I didn't hire anybody to do any videos about them. You guys are missing the newer line of Player Fusion models.
Well, those aren't even on their website yet.
Oh my gosh.
At least not that I'm seeing. Oh, they are on the website, but they're only black.
I don't
black
know.
Black and white. What are these? I don't know. They've got locking tuners. That's fun.
Yep.
High output humbucker with noiseless singles, 12-inch radius. These are oh my god, these are fucking Squire contemporaries.
That's exactly what they are. They're the Strat.
Yeah, I mean except they don't have like a deluxe bridge. They just have a 2-point bridge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if they had oh man, actually, I'm not gonna lie. If I were into buying Fenders, which right now I'm not, and it had a Floyd, I'd be tempted by the black one.
But it doesn't have a Floyd.
I like this. Offer less guitars, but have them in more colors. Simple.
Again with the Fender, I haven't talked about the Fender drama in months because Ryan doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, and I don't talk about the Fender drama on my podcast.
Well, yeah, let's talk about the World Cup. Speaking of corrupt organizations that have the letter F at the beginning of their name.
Oh,
the World Cup. Are we getting the World Cup we wanted, people?
I mean, I guess so.
Spain and Argentina.
Here's
the upside of this World Cup final. Can we get rid of the British coverage of the World Cup?
Can we also get rid of? Can we get rid of the American coverage of it too?
You only need the Spanish language coverage. It's the only one that matters. Look, I had this conversation with my wife yesterday. All right, here's my hot take. You don't actually need announcers in soccer. You just need somebody to yell goal. Soccer. This is the beauty of soccer, for better or worse. For better or worse, football. Yeah. I love how people say, "Oh, the rest of the world calls it football." They don't call it football in Mexico. They call it football.
Football.
It's different. It's a different word. If you think it's the same word, get fucked.
Get fooked. No, so here's the deal. You don't need it. This is my serious hot take because as someone I know you are too, Steve, we're big baseball fans.
Yeah.
Baseball, I need announcers because things happen that I have absolutely no idea what's going on every now and again. And the game moves, and it moves slow enough.
Gridiron, you need announcers.
You need announcers. Here's the deal. I don't need a freaking soccer keeps like 4 stats. That's it. They don't even do statistics the way most other sports do. I get rid of the announcers, mic up the crowd. Let me hear that.
This, Joe, 100%.
I don't even want to hear that from the announcer. I want to hear it from the crowd.
We watched the at work whenever they put the World Cup on. It would be the Telemundo coverage. Yeah. So my thought on that point. Soccer has like 3 rules. It's crazy to think about.
I see players getting slung down and there's nothing. But as long you can't go to kick a player unless you hit the ball first. That's what I've learned about soccer.
This is great. But yeah, so like soccer, the 3 rules are broadly are your furthest forward offensive player cannot be ahead of the furthest forward defensive player. So that's offsides.
He can be. He just can't be past the ball.
You just can't be. Oh, is that what it is? He just can't.
That's the rule. He can't be past the ball.
So clearly, I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm the idiot. Rule 2: don't touch the ball with your hands unless you're Maradona. Rule 3: don't. The rule 3 originally, when I was talking to my wife about this, rule 3 was don't do things that will hurt other players. But really, that rule is don't get caught trying to hurt other players.
Well, that's every sport. A foul is only a foul if the ref blows his whistle. No, Steve, rule number 3 is I can play the entire game out of bounds as long as the ball doesn't go out of bounds.
That's such a weird part of it.
It's such a weird rule. And I think the ball has to completely go out of bounds too. It's not just touch the line.
Yeah.
So
and the thing is about all the commentary, at least all the commentary that I listen to, they never actually explain what's going on, but they never tell you why. Like, I didn't watch the US Belgium game, so I don't really know what was going on there, but like sometimes I watched a chunk of France Spain. I think it was France Spain, right?
Yeah.
And in the chunk that I watched, it was the people that I was watching the game with who were telling me why Spain was playing the way that they were playing, which was very conservative and very playing very much from defensive positions, because they were like, look, France has the best front line in the World Cup.
Yeah, they were the favorites.
Spain is doing, dude, France always chokes.
I know. Rule 4 is when you get hit, you have to throw yourself on the ground and pretend to be severely injured. Where do you think LeBron got it from?
Yeah.
That's been that basketball players have been watching soccer.
Can you imagine LeBron playing soccer, though?
No, because I can't imagine him working with other people to do anything.
What does this mean? You've said this twice, MJD, and I don't know what it means. BBBBB.
Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, is there
it's a flag? It's a flag.
Oh, it's the Belgian flag? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Belgian flag.
I'm looking at when you look in this is why you need the real chat open, because StreamYard doesn't translate.
Yeah, no. So that's
there are definitely hits. 100%. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying you can't get hurt. I'm saying that sometimes when you watch these in slow motion, you're like, I'm not even sure they touched each other.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to pull this one up. Adam, I did play a little rugby in college, and they wanted me to play on my university's club team. But I had a job at the time that I really needed, and my boss told me if I played rugby that I wouldn't have a job anymore because I was no good to him in the hospital. So
I have to imagine you were playing 11s.
It was enough years ago. It was 22 years ago. I didn't understand the rules of rugby when I played it. I definitely don't remember now what we were doing.
11s is the one that's closer to gridiron.
Oh, no, this was a legit like club rugby team at MTSU.
No, I mean, I'm saying, like, in terms of like 11s is a slower game than 7s is like, it's just like passing league in football.
I gotcha. Yeah. We were definitely playing 11s then.
Yeah, 11s is where it's like everybody, it seems like people take their time and they line up and they do their whole, whatever, and everyone gets around the ball and they shove each other for about 30 seconds and then the ball pops out, kind of a thing. Sevens is what they show on TV because it's a much faster game.
It's more engaging. Got it. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
So you don't really see you don't see as many linebacker builds in 7s as you do in 11s.
DM Stern, I actually think I understand cricket better than I understand rugby. I don't think. I know that I understand cricket more than I understand rugby.
When do they get to the pitch? When they go to the mound? obviously.
Yeah. That's what pitching is.
The rules of cricket. So my experience with cricket was I got this sampler. Do you remember Goatee Records? I don't know if they're still around.
Vaguely.
Goatee Records was the record label actually that I think Reliant K was originally on.
Yep. No, I remember this label. I looked them up. They were based out of Nashville area.
And I had a sampler of theirs, and one of the samplers, there's a rapper. It's a rap song. I don't remember which song it was, but the line that the dude drops is something. I still like to kick it. I'll never understand all the rules in cricket.
Yeah,
and that was for years. That was all I knew about cricket. Is that there's a lot of rules, even though MJD says the rules of cricket are fairly simple too. I think it's more the scoring in cricket that is complicated from what I've read.
The basic gist is you're trying to knock over wickets and somebody's trying to keep you from knocking over wickets. And by not letting them knock them over, you can get points.
Yep. Women's Professional Baseball League is coming. They are playing with, I think, composite or aluminum bats, which will be probably will keep the game livelier. But I think from what I've seen, it reminds me of like Japanese baseball. It's hyper fundamental.
Yeah, I hope that it ends up doing well, because I could see a world where a lot of college softball players transition to baseball. So it could get, in a lot of ways, like the women's NBA is doing now. It started out as a very fundamental game. It's all the basic drills you used to run, right? But now they're getting flashy. They're getting exciting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to watch now.
So I don't know I know the face of this is Monet Davis, who was like the girl in Little League years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what else.
Wait, no, I'm skipping to this one real quick. We can go back.
100%.
100% why Ryan won't do this show. He won't even listen to it anymore. Okay.
So Jason over at Jason T. Mays, Play Jason, has been doing Folds guitars like crazy.
Yeah.
They reached out to us. They like ghosted. So I don't really know what's going on with that. I would love to see Foles on the channel. But yeah, there's just not a connection there right now. I have some other thoughts, but but yeah.
That good, huh? I want to try one of their Jaguar or their Mustang style guitars.
Yeah, they all seem fantastic.
Yeah.
From everything I've heard, it's like they're a little they're like not so expensive.
Yeah, you're looking like $550 for the Jag. At least it's on sale. It says $599, but crossed out $549.99 for the Jaguar. For the Mustang style, for the Jaguar style at $625.
Yeah, the Jazzmaster style, the FMJ7 it's showing 600 on the 600, site, yeah. But then apparently one of the models is showing as 489, but I don't know.
That's the FJM6, not the FJM7.
No, it's the Pro. FJM7 Pro is 489. The Max is 599. I don't know what the difference is. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, me either. It looks like the Pro is only available in one color too. Same with the Max.
But I don't know, man. Should I get a Jazzmaster? No.
No.
Do I need another guitar?
I definitely don't.
Yeah, the full stuff looks really good. My thought is they feel like a brand where even if all we could get out, like, I understand that because of the workload of the channel itself that we don't really pursue brands, but I feel like this is one that would probably be worth pursuing.
Steve, have you looked at their bases?
No.
Dude, look at the base. Look at the base. Go to the FPB6. Look at the base.
4-string or 5-string?
4-string.
Oh, that black and gold.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
I don't like the pink burst. Doesn't look. Yeah, the pink burst doesn't look good.
Hold on. Let's do this for viewers so they don't aren't completely out of the loop here. Look at this.
Yeah, that black and gold is very.
That looks sick. Hold on, I'm gonna add to cart and we're gonna leave it there for a little bit.
There's also a shell pink.
Right. There's a shell pink. There's a a bunch. There's a weird purple silver burst.
Yeah, there's a reverse. There's a dark burst. There's
do you recognize this finish?
Yeah, no, that's the one I was just looking at.
Yeah, that looks really familiar. I like the matching headstocks on some of them.
How do they not just have a basic ass 3-tone sunburst?
That's a really good question.
How dare you?
Oh, they've got a comparison of product parameters in one of the photos. So interesting. Oh, that's somebody's gonna love that, but I hate it. Yeah, no, it's 100%. It's all about that black and gold one for me. That's real sick. Where are you? Come back.
They've got black and gold.
What is this?
That's also a Fender color scheme.
That is awful.
That's like Tequila Burst or whatever. Like when Fender did that Tequila Burst.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is. Tequila Sunrise or whatever.
That looks. I wish I could get rid of the little things at the bottom.
Oh, here's the new rule of cricket: send a cease and desist to anyone who will knock over.
That's the rules of cricket.
Sorry if I missed you. I think this is my wife responding to me asking if I need to get another guitar.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. No. I just saw it in there. The brand is Foles. We're talking about Foles guitars. I'll drop a link.
Yeah, may as well drop a link. I am very interested in this. But here's the thing. Even if I had time to do videos on gear, even if I did, and I bought this and I did a video on it, it's a bass. So granted, my Rascal bass video did pretty well.
Yeah.
Maybe. Should I get this, y'all? Y'all hit me up. Let me know.
Get it.
It's real tempting.
Squire? What? Oh wait, no, that's AMP.
I'm gonna send this to Joe Branton.
I'm trying to find your Rascal review.
All right, I'm gonna stop streaming.
17K.
Yeah, it did pretty well. That's really good for me.
I found a new channel yesterday called Savage Fridays. It's like this woman who does bass reviews, and apparently is live right now. Did a mystery pedal unboxing and is playing 80s bass lines on live stream. But anyway, I don't really know a lot about the channel. I just found it yesterday. But apparently she bought the ultimate bass amp.
Oh, really?
Those Ampeg mini stacks.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that channel. That's popped up for me. I love my camera did a thing.
What happened? What is going on? Why are you in that?
I don't know. I've had this happen once another time in StreamYard. It's only in StreamYard, so I'm gonna bounce and come back just to fix it. So hold the fort down for a second.
Yeah, I actually haven't watched. I don't think I've watched any of her videos yet because I believe I only caught like the live stream. So yeah, Andrew. Is your giveaway still going? Because we'll promote it if it is. But also, I don't understand your giveaway. It confuses me. Very confused. I mean, like I understand the rules of it. It's just I'm confused at the numbers involved. But that's just me. Yeah, Joe says it's the slim setting.
Yeah, it was. It like scrunched me in. I was feeling kind of claustrophobic.
But
I need to, Mark. I need to. But
how's your St. Jude's training going?
Oh, badly. I think the longest I've run so far since I started my training is 5 miles.
I mean, when's the race?
It's December. It's in December.
You got time.
Oh yeah. So in 2019, I didn't start training until mid-September, and I still completed it pretty well. So I'm not super anxious, but I'm also 6 years older since, since
I
then.
Feel that.
And 7 years older. Oh, so I'm working on it. The knees are a little crunchy, but it's fine. Right now I'm averaging about 1 run a week. So that's a thing. Let's see.
So if y'all want to
what's going till the 25th? What did I miss?
His 1,000 the Bad Guitarist 1,000 subscriber giveaway of $1,000 gift card.
Oh.
So if you want $1,000 gift card, go head over to the Bad Guitarist and follow all the rules, which I think is to follow on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube, share the post in your story, and tag someone in the comments. I think those are all the rules.
$1,000 gift card? Really?
Yep.
Woof. Okay, I'm entering. I'll go do all those things.
Look, guys, we have to match this. When 60 Cycle Hum. Oh, the woman we're talking about is the channel's called Savage Fridays. I'll post a link again. Savage Fridays, so base YouTuber. When 60 Cycle Hum gets to 200,000 subscribers, I can't even say this on the straight face.
Yeah,
we will give away we're not giving away a $200,000 gift card.
No.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if it like?
I won't even give away a 200,000 cent gift card. Do the math.
Let's see. Oh, Anderton's already has 1 million. What if Anderton's was like, when we get to 1.5 million subs, we will give away 1.5 million pounds worth of gift cards.
Oh my gosh. Well, they did give away a Klon when they hit 1 million.
That's only like
it's 4,000 pounds. They're a little higher now. They keep bouncing in and around, but yeah, they were real down for a little bit. Now they're up again. It's like the stock market.
It's all fake.
It's all fake. It's literally all fake. This does more than a Klon does, and it sounds just as good or better.
What I want to know is, does Reverb's fees prevent people from effectively day trading clones?
Yeah, no. The fact that it's a physical item that has to be shipped does.
Well, obviously you couldn't do it like actual day to day, but I'm saying, like, is there somebody out there who's buying clones at 3K, selling them at 5, and just doing this cycle over and over again?
I mean, I would do it. That's still, the 5% is still worth it to me.
I mean, people kind of, I guess they're not doing it. They're not explicitly doing it with King of Tones, but they were kind of doing that with King of Tones like 5 years ago.
I don't know.
Does YouTube allow giveaways again? I'm not sure. I'm not.
It was when y'all were doing the hoop jumpers and helping other channels, and like literally, so y'all added me on one of those early ones, and I jumped up to like it was a bunch of subscribers, and then within the next week and a half, I was back to like net -10 from where I started.
Yeah, that was a whole weird thing.
Yeah.
I think because Jason went through the same thing.
Yep, Jason did the same thing.
There was so many. It was like you doubled your sub count in like 3 days.
Yep.
Yeah, I think YouTube kind of freaked out. But we're doing giveaways. I think we're just not pushing
other channels the way you did. Yeah.
For subs on that. It's more other things. Fender and Gibson as the Starbucks of guitars.
I don't know. I don't see it quite that way. I mean, I see what you're saying. I don't actually hate Starbucks either. So, but I don't know. I can't. I don't have a good argument against it, but I also don't agree with it. So, yeah, it can fly. That dog can hunt.
I wish I could figure out what it is in my room that makes my skin tone so red.
It's your blood.
Yeah, I don't know.
I disagree with this. There are some boutique brands and especially some pedal brands that I think are overpriced fashion statements. But I'm going to stop there. That's all I'm going to say. You can decide who I mean.
All right, I want to hit this real quick.
Pedals by them.
The guys who own Fender also own Reverb. Yes.
Correct.
Servco Pacific. And so Fender is owned by Servco Pacific. They have the controlling. So this is something I got wrong on the show recently, and I never went back to. Servco Pacific got the controlling share of Fender in like 2020 something. It's pretty recently. 2022 or 2020, they bought out TBG Growth Stake, making them the majority owner. So I don't think Servco, they're still not the only owner of Fender, I don't believe, but they are the majority owner. Servco is also the majority owner, I believe, of
Reverb.
Correct. I could be getting that. But Reverb is currently joint owned by another company called Creator Partners. And I don't remember who all they're invested in, but Creator Partners is apparently involved in Fender, SoundCloud, Vimeo. Those are BMI. Isn't that like a music company?
Yeah, BMI is one of the publishing.
It's like a publisher, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of other things that I've just never heard of. Headgum. What's Headgum?
No idea.
So I don't know what these other things are. But yeah. Creatorpartners.com. Do bass players tend to go nuts like 16 when it comes to buying?
So Creator Partners was founded by Kerry Trainer.
I don't know who that is.
He was the former CEO of SoundCloud.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Chairman of Reverb, board member BMI.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. CEO, investor, SoundCloud from 2017 to 2021. And he's been on the board of Fender since 2016.
Look at that.
So
it's all incestuous.
He was the head of Yahoo Music.
Whoa, really?
Global media products from 2001 to 2008. Fascinating. He was guitarist for a band called Etro Anime from 1998 to 2002.
Thanks,
LinkedIn, for that information.
I know. Right now, I'm looking up the other guy that's mentioned in it, David Tauber, who is the investor and operator for Creator Partners. I'm on his LinkedIn page. He formerly worked for a bunch of companies I've never heard of. So,
yeah. Do bass players tend to go nuts like six-string players when it comes to owning multiple guitars? Yes. Maybe not as crazy.
Yeah.
But there's definitely, if you ever, definitely in the creator space, Bully's got a ton of basses. Low End Lobster's got a ton of basses.
Joe Branton has a lot of basses.
Yeah. So there's definitely, there's a ton of modern brands making great instruments. There's always vintage things to go pull down. There's what I think bass players tend to not go as crazy on is like the bass side, the effects side. So instruments, yes. No. Amps, probably about maybe around the same as guitar players with amps, but not with effects, unless it's like you're just going with like a bunch of different preamps.
Yep. I've got a P, a J, and a 6. Those are my basses. And let's see. DM Stern says a P, a J, a Stingray. I had a Stingray. It was fine. A short scale. One for flat wound. No, all of them are for flat wounds. All of them. I don't currently have flats on everything, but I have flats for everything.
Not a fan of treble, huh?
I like thump. I just give me all of the rounded warmth. Basically, I want it to sound like an upright bass as close as I can, but also still keep the whole thing.
Right.
So
right.
Anyway, saving up for a 6. I had sold off my 6-string bass because I just wasn't playing it, and then Fender did that clearance on the Ventera 2 bass 6. This is before they started suing people. I have to say that now. This pre-lawsuit era.
Right.
I bought it for like, I think I got out of it. I think I had some Sweetwater credit too at the time, so I think I got it for like $700.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Schecter got a new guitar recently. My first Schecter Omen Extreme 6, brand new, showed up with tons of problems. Still need to take it in for warranty. Otherwise, great. I have not played
that's an awful lot to say otherwise. That's a lot to say otherwise. I'm just saying. In other words, it arrived. That was great.
I think it depends on what the tons of problem. Like,
yeah,
you can get a great playing guitar that maybe has electric, like if there's electronics issues that the warranty is going to cover, that would be a ton of problems. I mean, like when those Fender gold foils were going out, I heard about a lot of electronics problems. Actually, not too many. I don't remember if people had issues with like the fit and finish.
I don't know.
Which so depending on how you look at it, that could be all that means.
As for Schecter, I like the Nick Johnston model. Is that his name?
I believe so.
I really like those. I really like the PT series, which was originally the Pete Townsend signature that they did. They also do one that looks like super like Italian import style. That's real weird. It's called the.
Are you talking about the Ultras? Italian import style.
Yeah. What is it? Maybe it is the Ultra that I'm thinking.
The Ultra is like the Robert Smith guitar.
Maybe that's it. That might be it. No, that's not it. There's a different one. I'm looking at that now. It will take me a while to find it. I'll find it. I did own one of the Sun Valley Super Shredders that I forgot about those. I liked that guitar. You need some upgrades to make them worth it, to be honest, but I liked it a lot. My one issue, they used that super heavy metal looking Schecter logo and not their like script logo. And I hate being that superficial, but I really wish they'd used the better looking logo for those. Gotcha. I'm gonna find this guitar. You keep talking.
Yeah, because I have no idea. Let's see, Snarf said mostly minor, including the tunematic pulling out of the wood a little. Theory is it was a QC guitar. I mean, as long as they're going to take care, if they take care of you on the warranty side and you're happy with it, that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a thing. That's a thing I've been thinking about a lot in this whole. I've been kind of like trying to develop my like balance of everything matters and nothing matters as a life philosophy.
Yeah.
The idea that, like we did this whole episode 2 weeks ago on what kinds of channels could be replaced by AI. My argument, which I still believe, is that every channel can be replaced by AI if people don't care about what they're watching, then anything can be replaced by AI.
That's true. By the way, if somebody was looking for a non-Fender Bass 6, there's always the Hellcat 6 from Schecter. Just throwing that out there. I'm on their website looking at all their models, trying to find the.
I'm trying to remember which one that is.
Look it up. It looks kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that is funky.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's always an option.
I don't think I like that. More for you.
Yeah, more for you.
But yeah, so it's like because the whole thing is about that we were talking about. This all started with the Guitar Gems with Chase.
Oh yeah, that channel.
The dude who was ripped off Rhett's aesthetic. Rhett Schmull. And the idea, Sir Frodo, Guitar
also,
News channels.
Good job catching that, Andrew, by the way. Since he's in the chat. Andrew was the one that caught it. The AI.
Guitar news channels or reviews channels are likely to replace by I think the ones that do commentary, like that's the first rung.
Mm-hmm.
Guitar news is definitely, if all you're doing is creating an AI model and running. And I guess the way I thought about this was from the perspective of AI as a broader tech, not just as a what's the word I'm looking for? Not just as a let the AI do everything.
Oh, sure.
Kind of a thing. There's certainly like that. The letting the AI do everything. Guitar news, you're cooked. Like commentary on breaking things. All of this Fender lawsuit stuff. Like you could do that all with just let your AI generate a script based on this of a person talking about this gear page thread, but remove all references to the gear page. And now you're just having this bot who says, oh, according to users, and you can probably do minimal editing to the script and just apply it and then tell it to go grab a bunch of images. I'm assuming I've been listening to this podcaster, a tech podcaster, who one of the things she says a lot is that she uses AI so she can understand what's bad about AI. I'm not there yet, but I understand the sentiment.
Yeah. She's basically knowing her enemy.
Yeah, like that's the claim. But and I want to get to this one comment in a second because I think this is interesting as well. But yeah, so my whole thing is the idea that AI can replace where is that comment? Because I need to reference it. The news channels, the kind of the reviewer channels, the conversational channels, that can be done that's like the lowest rung.
Yeah.
I think eventually AI could replace everything. And if you get really creative with it, like if you get really creative with the way you implement it, you can go in any direction with it. You can, there's no reason that AI with enough imagination, there's no reason that AI can't just be everything.
Yep. So Steve, to back up real quick, since I did not find that model I was looking for, sorry, I don't know. And now I'm questioning whether it was Schecter or not. I'm still pretty sure it's Schecter. I have to show that I think I found my new favorite Schecter guitar. I did not know this existed.
Oh,
I did not know this was a thing.
I don't know if I've seen one with vibrato, but the Stargazers have been out a while.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that color scheme. They're usually much more Rickenbacker looking.
Yeah, this is cool as shit. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I've not seen this metallic gold. I've seen there's one that's like the maple, that's basically maple glow. Not maple glow. Jet glow is black.
Yep.
Maple glow is natural.
Yeah, and then there's fire glow.
Fire glow.
Yeah.
There's a Stargazer in what's effectively fire glow. Now Stargazer, this is just a regular guitar, right? This isn't
just regular guitar
or anything. Okay, going back to this. Now that Rob Scallon has made a successful 3-hour video about violin building, is it time for YouTubers to stop worrying about the algo and do what they want? Here's a hot take. Rob Scallon's 3-hour video on violin building was not successful.
It wasn't.
It only got
he can do what he want, but
for his brand, 229K views is not successful.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. I want to look at it and see. He's got 7. Hold on, there it is. Open link in new tab. I hope it doesn't start playing automatically. It started playing. Of course it did. So 230K in 3 months when he has 2.7 million subscribers.
Yeah. He had a video 2 weeks ago that has 800 or 900K. So maybe, I guess maybe that was the video that he posts a video like once a month.
So let's put it this way. I look at it this way, Steve. If every one of those views is from a subscriber, which they're not, because now one of those views is me and I don't subscribe to his channel.
Right.
Then 8.5% of his viewership, of his subscribers, watch that video.
Which is actually really high.
Is that high?
It feels high.
I don't actually know. I thought the metric was more like 10-15%.
I mean, 10 to 15% would be great to average that. Yeah, I mean, 200K for a violin video is great. I think people are probably interested in the build. I think people who are general Rob Scallon fans are interested in the build. To this point, DM Stern, if you want to make money on YouTube, you can't ignore the algorithm. I think there's ways to game the algorithm. The one thing I'll say about the idea that, like, can you ignore the algorithm? Does Rob Scallon being Rob Scallon mean, Rob Scallon doing whatever he wants? Does that mean you can ignore the algorithm? The problem with that is, like you said, he has 2.7 million subs.
Yep.
When you have 2.7 million subs, you can kind of just do whatever you want. His polka video only got 105K. But I'm trying to find the last time he didn't break 100K.
Right.
At 100K, Ryan would say like 100K isn't necessarily like a metric to chase, but he did an album stream a year ago. They got 38K. No one cares. No one wants to hear Rob Scallon's music, apparently.
No one wants to hear music in general.
I mean, I agree. And yes, MJD, I am well aware of how bad our podcast does compared to everything else on the channel. The other part of this general argument, though, is now I've been told that Rick Beato, even though he made a video where he says that he doesn't care about the algorithm, I've been told that Rick Beato is probably the most algorithm in-tuned YouTuber in the music space. That he knows more, like, it's kind of a sense. His why Paul McCartney won't be on my channel, 6-7 minute video, 1.6 million views in 2 days. But even with that, when this is that starting idea of Rick made a video talking about the algorithm where he talks about how he doesn't think about launch times and all these different things and whatever. His claim was, well, when the video's done, then we just publish it. And I asked somebody who possibly has knowledge on that, and their comment was, Rick is bullshitting the audience when he says that. He's absolutely lying. He knows more about the algorithm than anybody else, and he thinks about it harder. 960 probably puts you in the top like 1% of like getting paid probably gets you in the top 1% of YouTubers. So congratulations on your $9. I mean, the thing I'll say, years ago when YouTube first moved to the 1,000 sub cap, the 1,000 sub minimum, 4,000 watch hour cap, which was like 10 years ago now, somebody that I knew threw a big old fit about it because now they weren't motivated to make videos. And
weird.
And the comment that Ryan and I had back to them at that time was, "Oh, you were really motivated for a quarter." Like the fact that YouTube put a minimum payout in place because they didn't want to use bandwidth to cut people $1 checks.
Yeah.
Digital checks, whatever. I'm not. That's not a dig on small channels. Small channels, I think, is like that's the beauty of YouTube, is that everybody can do it. But the sense that like, well, if I'm not going to get paid until I get 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours or whatever it is now, I have no idea. To me, is just so silly because it's kind of, I understand the argument about fairness. Like it's the same thing as Spotify fairness principle and the idea that like everybody should get paid. Or in the case of Spotify, I think theirs was a little shittier because it was almost like assumed that if you weren't above a certain threshold, then your music wasn't even real.
Yeah.
Like kind of dumb. But I do think that there's a sense that like, if you can't start your channel, you can't build your channel for like the love of the game, then you're not going to survive unless you hit something that blows you up overnight. Like you're not going to survive it if you're flipping out because, you know, like I said, you got to hit 1,000 subs now to get paid. But then when I go and look at your channel, you don't have a video with more than 50 views. You weren't getting, you're like I said, from a corporate standpoint,
yep,
1 million channels losing 50 cents is $500,000, and that's a big chunk of money. From a micro standpoint, you're going to stop making YouTube videos because after 12 months, YouTube didn't cut you a check for 50 cents? Because that's what we're talking about here.
That is what we're talking about. It's ridiculous. And if you're getting into YouTube to make money, well, actually, wait, let me put it this way. If you're getting into YouTube and the YouTube AdSense revenue is your major revenue stream, you're toast.
Yeah. I did want to go back to this, Sir Frodo. I've had this thought. I've been rolling around with this thought for the last like 2-3 weeks. I have so many thoughts all the time. Apparently, Rick Beato's not a guitar channel.
He's not. Nope.
And I think the fact that we think of Rick Beato as a guitar channel, from at least in our circle of this is pulling back the curtain into, you know, maybe a little bit. I think the fact that Rick Beato is seen as the gold standard of like views and whatever, and he made this clickbait thing or he did this other thing or whatever. Gonzo, have you ever tried doing a podcast where actually these are thoughts I had after recording the last couple podcasts. But it's the idea that like, Rick is doing this, Rick is doing that, Rhett is doing this, Rhett is doing that. Like, what? Rhett's a little bit more of a guitar YouTuber. Yeah. He still talks about gear a lot. And the way I think about it is like, if you're not talking about gear, then you're not talking about guitar specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I'm looking at the Sean. Here's a perfect example. I wanted to share my screen, and instead I clicked on the snip tool again. So that's not going to work.
I think I see where you're going though.
I've got Rick's page up, right? Billy Joel interview. There's no guitar here.
Wait, scroll back up, Steve. You don't subscribe to Rick Beato.
No. I think that. Well, I mean, that's a whole other conversation right now too, is that subscriber growth is no longer a gold standard because of the way the algorithm works. People are just fed their same stuff over and over again. But yeah, okay, here we go. Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney, not a guitar player. That's somewhat sarcastic. But Billy Joel, like, there's no guitar in this one. Music used to be this good. It's a guy at a piano. Of course, we talked about Dead Internet. The Slim Shady one, there's a bass. He plays guitar with Sean Ono. Something about German metal. So, like, out of the last 9 videos, there, I would say there's like maybe one. This is an interview. I wouldn't call that guitar related. So, like, 2 videos that are guitar related.
That Eric Gales interview is very much a guitar related video.
So I guess. Oh, here's one about a drummer. Here's another one with that. He's
not a guitar channel. He's a music channel.
Exactly.
And that's fine. So if any of you are hearing that and thinking we're throwing shade, that's not shade.
No,
if you want shade, we can show you, but that's not shade.
So my point about that is just that, you know, to go back, that the idea that no, Rick Beato, in my opinion, isn't the Mr. Beast of guitar channels. He's the Mr. Beast of music channels.
Yes.
But he's not a guitar channel. And I think one of the things that Rick Beato is an old man yelling at particular things channel. That's pretty fair. But his channel is mostly nowadays is
you
mostly
can't
interviews.
be the size of Rick's channel and be a guitar channel. It's not actually possible. I'm gonna say that just flat out.
Rick did a video a while back about how Gilmore would never be on his channel, and then like a month later, Gilmore was on his channel.
But also, you know, like Mary Spender, not a guitar channel. Yeah. I'd argue Rob Scallon, not a guitar channel.
Right. At least not in the niche that I think most of the folks that we are close to in this YouTube business are in. Now, if people in our community or whatever wanted to say, you know, I don't like how Phil McKnight does this thing. I don't understand this. I don't understand fluff. I don't understand maybe like Ola.
I
channels like that
just took what y'all did with ads and did it differently.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well, he did it faster and he compressed it all down to 20 minutes.
That's true.
But those are channels where you look at it and go, like, Guitars Win is Guitars Win a guitar channel?
He has oddly gone back to being a guitar channel.
Music is Win.
Yeah, Music is Win. He left being a guitar channel for a little while and became a stunt channel.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of come back.
Even within that space, you have like the demo, like you never see the same people who complain about Rick Beato all the time, never complain about Marty Schwartz.
No.
Because no one cared, like, because he's a lessons guy, you know.
I think Marty Schwartz might be the biggest guitar channel.
4.9. But his videos are like 6K, 10K. I mean, 13, 15.
Oh, Marty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely in that vibe of like massive.
But his videos are truly evergreen.
Yeah.
Like, his will continue to grow. They're not built on hype. They're lesson videos, and they're going to be people coming back to them over and over again. It doesn't matter. He could, like, for example, he did a Zeppelin demo video. He could have put that out 5 years ago or next month, and it's going to do what it's going to do.
I don't Basil Tiffany says, I don't follow Music is Win because I hate the new channel. It's peak millennial.
It is very peak millennial humor.
I don't understand. I mean, I know why it's happening. It's happening because of tools like vidIQ.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first started, the original title I had for this stream was, like I said earlier, was "Fuck This Brand." And I told StreamYard to generate a thumbnail for me, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
So
probably because there wasn't enough information.
I watch.
Just
Do you subscribe to Rift Amps? Do you know Rift
No.
Amps? Okay, I watch his channel. He does a lot of amp repair and troubleshooting and building and stuff like that. And I like that content. That's really good for me. I don't build amps. I've built an amp. I don't build amps. But I don't know. It's almost like ASMR, like amp building. Anyway,
yeah, I can see that.
He went on. He did this whole series of videos where he took a vintage Marshall PA head that somebody had bought for super cheap, and it turns out that it had been like modified in all the worst possible ways, and so it was him bringing it back to life as a super lead instead of a PA, right?
Right.
And he did it as a multi-part series, and then he went on vacation. That was his big thing, is that he scheduled him while he was on vacation, and they came out every day.
Yeah.
And people started getting really mad because he did a lot of YouTube AI edited thumbnails, right?
Yeah.
They weren't purely AI created, but they were AI edited.
And these aren't even that bad.
No, they're not. People gave him shit for it. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not that bad. They're good thumbnails. He's not doing crazy stuff. People gave him shit for those. And his reaction was you can so those of you that don't make YouTube videos, you can do two different thumbnails and it'll give you stats after a week to tell you which ones did better, overperformed for the same video. And he said in every one of those, the AI one that he edited with AI outperformed the not AI one, and that it just made more sense for his business to use the one that's performing. And because YouTube is his calling card for his amp repair and amp building.
Yeah. I think Fluff and somebody else, was it Electric Flamingo? I was talking about how one of the hallmarks of these AI thumbnails thing is that it used to be that you made your thumbnail to try to get people curious about what your content is. And the big push with AI thumbnail generation is it's now the opposite. XV M5 wireless microphone. How far will it go? Real world range test. Oh, I know exactly what that video is.
Right.
That's probably why that video has less than 1,000. No, I don't know if that's why, but it is kind of wild that it has less than 1,000 views.
Well, here's a couple of reasons. Too many words.
X5?
Too many words.
Oh,
nobody cares about wireless.
It's a microphone demo on a guitar channel.
Exactly. It's just that's never going to do well.
Yeah.
Even on Fluff's channel.
But because the dark glass one, this dark glass one, dark glass, Enneagram GE, now guitar ready. Like that's very, tells you everything. Like this Gibson already like there's so much information in this thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
It reads like a magazine ad. It reads like a magazine ad.
Exactly. So I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. There's been a lot, but yeah, I think the AI thumbnail thing is kind of nuts. I made the thumbnail on the 60 cycle hum video for this in PowerPoint right before we launched. So no AI here, though. I guess I could have used Copilot. It probably would have done.
Yeah, I've tried. I will admit to having thrown stuff into AI before just to see. But this is where my disconnect is. I use AI on a surprisingly
Cybertech's sick, by the way.
Is it really? I'm gonna check that out.
The Cybertech channel, yeah, he's fun.
I'll check that out. I use AI for other things like analyze documents and analyzing data sets that I need to quickly understand. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I use it. We did focus groups. This is so boring. I'm so sorry. We did focus groups for a strategic plan for a couple of organizations. Mm-hmm. And I could feed the transcripts into AI to compile and tell me, okay, find recurring themes, help me isolate and identify, things, right? That's fine. But the image stuff, I can't do it. I had somebody that wanted to use Suno created song for a presentation recently, I said,
Right.
then I won't have anything to do with this presentation. And I don't think our organization should have anything to do with this presentation. If you're going to use that, that's just where we are. But I have fed my thumbnails into AI and said, hey, is this a good thumbnail?
Yeah. This is my take on this. This is my problem with it. And this is actually with that Rift Amps one.
Yeah.
I can kind of see the hallmarks of it on his. Like, I can see how these, like some of the font choices, some of the way that this, but these ones like Rift Weekly Update, 5e3 pops fuses, like those aren't glaringly AI.
No, that's really, yeah.
This new Iron one,
that was AI.
Pretty
that
AI.
Text is AI.
Tone Fix one, anything that has this like glow around two objects in order to isolate like the person or whatever from the background.
Or the one that says excruciating, the smoke is obviously AI.
Yeah, but I will say that, like, so I don't think his use of it is that bad, but 100% when I look at this, I just see every other channel that's doing this, and I just move on. Like, I don't even try to process it. That's me personally. If you want to do it differently, that's fine too. Yeah, AI is the best. Soon we'll all be on welfare because grandma likes to ask the fun phone questions.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's the thing that blows my mind, I think, the most is like, no, I've had people at work say that they've been able to like deep dive topics way faster. I don't really know.
No, at best, it gives you a slightly more up-to-date Wikipedia article that you still need to go fact check.
Yeah. But I think broadly, I feel like because it may, and again, this is going back to what we were talking about, or what I mentioned earlier, of learning how to use AI to understand the actual pros and cons and not just the hype machine.
Yeah.
Is that I don't really want to invest the time to get good at something that I already, and in the current state, I know I can do faster, and that's part of the problem.
Snarf, you have a great point here. Using AI for data research is fine, but the problem is if it's wrong, you still got to double check its sources. That's why the stuff I do, like when I do use it, it's closed loop or closed environment AI. I only want it to use the documents I feed it.
Yeah.
Only use my data. Don't go searching for answers.
Which I've heard, like, that's the implementation I'm most interested in my workspace. Yeah, we have massive internal document databases.
It makes sense for your workplace. I'm not going to lie.
We have a massive, like, we use SharePoint for every program. I have our entire internal SharePoint running through Copilot, so I can just say, client, this document with this information from a program like a year ago, and not have to deep dive through a bunch of folders. Right now, I can do that faster than our search engine can.
Right.
But our internal search engine. So yeah, it's very mixed. DM Stern, the problem with LLMs is the only way to know if it's lying is to already know the answer to what you're asking. So why bother? So the latest trend too is the conversation for a long time was how LLMs are just summarizing Reddit.
They were for a long time.
A lot, but the latest thing I've been seeing is how and I'm going to use a political example, but I'm not intending to take this in a political direction. But then I'm going to say something that's inherently very political. So take that as you will. The current source, I think, for whether or not Mitch McConnell is alive, when you go into certain AIs and say, "Hey, is Mitch McConnell alive? What's your source?" They are citing Facebook meme groups.
Yep.
Some of those
it doesn't know it can't detect the irony or the satire.
Yeah. And so I think that's really, really goofy. So I don't know. I Deja, you keep saying particular British guitarist, and I'm really curious who this was, but I also kind of understand if you don't want us to talk about it, because as soon as you say who it is, I'm going to go look at it.
Or is he talking about the Rift Amps guy?
Is that guy British?
That is a British channel.
But yeah, I don't. One of the conversations I had with somebody, well, actually, I went to Coast Sonic a few weeks ago to meet up with Mark Johnston, and well, RJ knew Mark was going to be there, so we went in and we're hanging out with Mark, and I was talking to someone who was in the shop. Yeah, Deja, that's totally fair. I get it.
Yeah, totally fair.
And I was talking to him about how all these thumbnails look the same. And his response to me is the reason the thumbnails all look the same. And I think somebody else basically said this earlier. Where is the comment? Because I think it's important. Oh, well, you shared already. The Snarf Music comment. It might not be that bad, but it's lazy, cliche, copy paste effort. And the thing that he made it, the thing that he told me is, in a good image generation, you would put in as your initial prompt, I need to generate a thumbnail that covers all of these things, but don't make it look like AI made this. Like, you can actually specify that. And his comment was like, if you specify that, your thumbnail will, at least from the start, look less like don't use your normal fonts. Pick new fonts. Do you tell it to pick new fonts or whatever?
So I'll tell you probably the way I use AI the most is I have extreme ADHD, and that manifests in the emails I write. So my emails can wander and meander and sometimes never get to the point properly and be hard to understand. So I will write an email, then I will feed it into Claude, and I will tell it, rewrite this so that it can be easily understood, still sound like me, and not sound like AI wrote it. And those are my prompts usually. And I still have to edit it because there's a couple of things it does that I'm like, well, that looks obviously like AI. But I use that in a work environment because I know that I can be hard to understand because I don't always say things clearly. That's just who I am. And I hate using it for that, but I need to make sure my instructions are explicitly clear.
For sure. DM Stern, I mean, all thumbnails were already looking the same. Now they just look overproduced, identical.
That's true.
People are, we kind of get mad about the same things over and over again. We had some guy raging in off of some video Ryan made, and then he went over to Joe's channel, Pedal Playhouse, because she also uses blue backgrounds and she uses contrasting colors that complement her skin tones. Yeah, totally ripping off of 60 Cycle Hum because we invented blue, apparently.
Yeah, I know. And she's been using it for a long time.
We own the colors blue and white and yellow, I guess.
I want to mention this because I was going to mention this earlier, Jeremy. The problem with AI is it tells you what you want to hear. There is so much confirmation bias in AI use that it cannot be trusted in any kind of deep research, in any kind of actual meaningful searching for answers. It can be used in closed loop if it keeps you can. Which is why I kind of like Claude, because it allows you to create closed loop systems where it doesn't go in for extra information. It's better for those. The problem is that's not how the majority of people are using it. The majority of people are using it like Google. Yeah.
No, I had because they talk about AI hallucinations a lot. That's that's the big thing. AI creates scenarios that never happened to give you answers that are wrong. And one of the things we are told in work is if you are using AI as a research assistant, at the beginning of your search, you tell it, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. if you don't know the answer, just say, I don't know.
I've never gotten good use because I've tried that method.
I've never tried it, so
I've tried it. I have not found that to be effective.
Yeah.
Yep, right here.
I don't know.
Mr. Frodo. Yeah. AI will still debate you to a degree, but it will result on the model collapsing and giving wrong information every single time.
So going back to the original conceit of this is
I don't even remember how we got here.
Yeah, just the idea of AI replacing
YouTube
channels on YouTube. I think bye MJD.
We're almost done.
I think my core argument is that everything is replaceable, and I think that the more interesting space for this is going to be people who start integrating AI in, like, the more interesting test. I think based on the people in the chat, for the most part, we've had a lot of people say, like, if you start using AI thumbnails, I'm just going to unsubscribe.
Yeah, I'm just out. I'm out
on a principled level,
which is fair.
But I think we will see at some point something along the lines of that Guitar Gems by Chase, where these scripts are actually being edited by somebody who cares, who will make sure that the AI is talking about the bass guitar and not the bass guitar, that company names are going to be pronounced correctly.
Yep, it's going to happen,
and
it's not as far away as you think it is.
And now at that point, the presenter is basically an avatar, and I think that's eventually we will see that, and that's where I'm kind of interested in seeing, like, where does this all go?
It borders on AR at that point.
Yeah. It's kind of getting into, and I mentioned this on the channel or on the episode. It's kind of like leaning into more into like a VTuber kind of vibe.
Yep. That's about it.
Anyway, Steve, we have not taken. We this was fun. We haven't done this in a while. We should do it again sometime.
Yeah.
I want to put out, we haven't had a ton of questions. If you all have any more questions for us, as we start to wrap this up.
I like the fact that we on these live streams really get to talk about guitar YouTube culture a lot, and not necessarily about guitar itself. And I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah. AI thumbnails will become de rigueur. Eventually Outliers will turn old fashioned. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yep.
I started whenever I a handful of times a year I make a video. I always make a joke that, like, I know PowerPoint, so I make my thumbnails in PowerPoint, but it's almost turned into like a now.
Do you really? Do you still use? Oh my gosh, I do it in Canva.
But it's kind of like, this is now, it's like it's almost like AI proof because it's so bad it's good again.
So I'm gonna Gonzo, I need to know, do you want the answer to life, the universe, and everything, or do you want the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything? Because those are two very different things. The ultimate answer is 42.
Well, that's the answer to the question.
Yeah. But that's the whole joke in the book that everybody ignores, is that the question isn't what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. The question is, what is the ultimate answer to everything?
Right.
And 42 is the ultimate answer. The question being 6 times 7.
What do you really think about
7? Sorry.
Can we hit this? What do you really think about the Fender situation?
I hear your kids in the background. It was hilarious timing just then. I think my final thoughts for now on the Fender thing is that I think they're gonna lose in court, and I think this is going to do lasting irreparable harm, but they're not going away. Like they may get sold off at some point. I don't actually think that's likely. I think the ultimate likely response is they've got to take some really hard looks in the mirror and see that what they're doing isn't working anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think broadly, it blows my mind that they're going after Yamaha for the Pacifica. The modern, like, I understand that from the Pacifica from 20 years ago. I guess the I guess the 012 is still pretty stratish. I'm looking at Sweetwater right now just so people can. So this is the PAC 12.
The proportions are wrong.
Pacifica. The proportions are different, but I'm saying
the proportions are different.
We'll look at all the Pacificas. But like this doesn't look like a strat to me. This one, like these ones, when I guess it's when the pick guard goes around the bridge pickup, I go, oh, that's like stratish. For some reason, the 112s with the smaller pick guard,
yeah,
because of the smaller pick guard, my brain does not process those as being strats.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus like this, I process as a strat. This I don't. So I realize it's the exact same body, and the body is not a strat.
So this past week in a conversation, I came across what I think is the is the unintended fallout consequences, and I think this is legit. I think here's what we really got to look at. Fender's already basically declared war on their dealers. Yeah, they make it hard to be a dealer, first of all.
Oh, right.
Number one. Number two, they started going direct and offering a better deal than they even allow their dealers to offer.
Sure.
Number three, through Reverb, they opened their certified pre-owned, effectively selling used Fenders.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going after not just builders, they're going after shops if you don't describe guitars correctly, even if you're not a Fender dealer. What ends up happening is people stop being Fender dealers and they don't want to deal with it. Now, here's if you can't, and this is going to be the people, if they go direct, Fender is dead. If they go direct only, Fender is dead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't sell, if somebody can't walk into a Guitar Center and buy a Squier, their guitars are dead.
Yeah.
If you, especially their amps, if somebody can't walk into one of the 215 Guitar Center locations and buy a Fender amp, and the only way to get them is to buy direct, they're dead. So it's the war on the dealers that I think is the bigger issue and why it actually matters. Everybody's like, oh, well, nobody actually knows. Nobody cares. Most guitar players don't even know about the Fender thing going on. You're right. But if the dealers care, and if the dealers can't carry them or won't carry on them, then it matters. It doesn't matter that most guitarists don't know this is happening.
I think it would be interesting because a few people have brought up, well, one, this Gibson's been doing this forever and nobody cares. I do agree with this in the sense that a few channels came out at the beginning of all of this back in May. And said, well, this, would Fender even be doing this if Trump wasn't president? And I'm just like, hell yeah, they would. Like,
yeah, they would.
This is the American way.
Yeah, I think they've wanted to do this for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. My speculation, very heavy speculation, but my speculation is that the current general counsel has been probably planning this since they became the general counsel in, like, I think it was 2021 or 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And more speculative is that Andy Mooney didn't want this to happen.
Yes.
So basically, they just, when Andy Mooney, somebody probably said, "Hey, you're old. Get the hell out, or we will oust you."
Yeah.
And
Andy Mooney, former CEO.
The previous CEO. And so once he was out, they brought in a litigation-friendly CEO. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So I'm not saying I'm not team Bud has no responsibility, but I'm also not team this is all Bud's fault.
No, I think the board wanted to do this, and this is my tinfoil hat. I think the board wanted to do this and Andy stood in their way.
Yeah.
I think he tried to explain to them what a bad move this was.
Yeah, but I think where was the other? I thought there was another comment. I think to the dealer thing. Oh, this is what it was. I would love to see Guitar Center say bye to Fender. What I would love to see is a breakdown of, and maybe it exists somewhere, I don't know, a breakdown of what Fender sales are by store size. I'm sure there's a ton of smaller shops that do a lot of Fender business, but the smaller shops that do Fender business are going to be less interested in leaving Fender because they do a lot of business.
They do a lot of business.
You know, all of these shops that have been highlighted in these videos that content creators are making, where Fender is sending content creators to stores to highlight the custom shop. Those stores probably are looking at it going like, hey, Fender's giving us what seems like free advertising. So we're not going to be like, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes there. I don't know if Fender's just saying, hey, we're going to pay money to send a creator to you. Just work with them for a day or two to make some stuff, and we will pay for everything. Or if they're, I don't know what all's going on with that. That's my assumption, that, you know, that Chicago Music Exchange didn't pay Fender to send Ryan. That Fender just said, hey, Chicago Music Exchange, we're going to send Ryan. So like Chicago Music Exchange, in turn, they have to weigh this whole legal thing with whether or not they want to continue doing business with Fender. But in terms of it being, oh, well, Fender does make it hard for their dealers. That's known.
Right.
But Chicago Music Exchange seems to be doing a fine job of navigating that. You know, all of these stores that are being highlighted are probably doing a fine job of navigating that in that turn. So yeah, guitar, but to that point where I started with this is I'd love to know what Guitar Center, what percentage of sales in the United States for Fender are being done through Guitar Center and Sweetwater versus all of the small shops. Our country's lost. We sold our values. Even churches are monetized. I mean,
that happened before I was born.
Yeah,
we're just seeing the death throes.
This is where I think it's more interesting. If Fender want to sell direct only, their international market won't look good. This is a point that, God, I wish I could remember where I heard this because I thought it was so interesting. Is the idea that all of this Fender move is about emerging markets.
That was Phil McKnight.
Was that McKnight?
That was Phil McKnight. And I think he's not wrong because they have all the reverb data to know where those emerging markets might be.
So the idea is that if they can win a few cases in Europe enough to knock down the production numbers for, say, PRS, that in a year or two or however long, when Western brands start trying to move into India, which I'm sure that they're probably already have somewhat, I don't know. But when Western brands start pushing into India, one, they'll have to deal with Gibson when they do that. But
yeah, that's true.
But also they will need to, like, there will be less competition. So if Fender follows the Japan model and just drops a Fender store in New Delhi or Calcutta or whatever major city in India and sets up the first store, and they start establishing retailers, and maybe their retail deals in India will be different than their retail deals in Europe or whoever else, like they will have a shot at exclusivity in a massive market.
Exactly. 100%.
So
that's what they're shooting for.
We had Fender waging. I love before GTA 6.
Me too. I'm gonna be really sad when GTA 6 comes out. If ever. I want to talk about this for just a second because I know we're getting near the end. I hate, like, you're right. Squier is doing the biggest chunk of sales for Fender at Guitar Center. That's always been the case. Mass amounts of low price stuff sells more than the big price stuff. But the doctor lawyer thing. You do not need to be a doctor or a lawyer to afford Gibson
or
Fender. You do not have to be a doctor or a lawyer to afford Fender or Gibson Custom Shop. I am not a doctor or a lawyer. I was born to poverty. Most of my family don't have high school degrees, let alone college degrees. I'm a librarian who has one hobby, and this is where I choose to spend my money.
Right. So actually, I had this exact same, and I guess what I used you as the example for this, because we've talked about this so much. I think that I can't speak for Gonzo specifically. I think that you can own anybody can own any piece of, well, not to 100%. 95% of people,
like, we're not talking dumbles and bursts here.
95% of the people can own 95% of the gear that they want if they actually want it.
If they actually want to.
The limitations on bikes, I mean, I would say that for most of the doctors and lawyers brands, which I know we're kind of picking on Gonzo a little bit here.
No.
You did this to yourself, Gonzo.
Gonzo is by far not the only person who's ever said this.
So I would argue that, like, when I look at the price of like Castadosa, like that tier of guitar, that's like, I think once a guitar hits like 75, that's the level where I'm like, well, or maybe like 5.
Five is my number. 5 is my number.
But like, what's a Grez right now? What's
the Grand Tour over here? That starts at 53.
53. I'm trying to look
I did not pay that, for the record. That's the Proto, and it was part of a sponsorship deal and all those things.
Yeah, so Grez Mendocino starts at 36 for Natty, 37 for Blacktop. Like, I'm in Southern California.
Yeah.
I am a middle manager in Southern California with 2 kids. I could pull the trigger on a Mendocino right now. I shouldn't. It would be a terrible financial decision.
Right, but you could do it if you really wanted it. You could do it.
But I could. And I'm not saying that, like, I know that, like, financially I am better off than like a ton of different. I'm better off than like a lot of people. Yeah. But the point is like, when we throw that out, like your situation, like I'm single income, 2 kids. Your situation is
dual income,
no kids. When people talk like, oh, Rhett's always traveling here and there and doing all this stuff, like, yeah, dude, dual income,
no kids.
Like in a like the thing that's kind of crushed the middle class in California, or not in California, in the United States. And this is like, here's a real bad take. I already know this is a bad take, because you kind of do. The thing that kills the middle class in the United States is kids.
I love that take, though. I love it.
I mean, it's also just from like a time sink and everything else. Like, how many people don't pursue and largely women, let's be honest, like, don't pursue the careers that they want because they have kids, or because the kids slow down their career progression.
Kids are expensive. You lose time for side hustles. I have several side hustles that I make a little extra money in. You know what I mean? And that's it. And honestly, part of this is I made a lot of money flipping gear.
Yeah.
Which is why I found y'all's channel to begin with, because that's what I did.
And, to Amanda's point, like, there are a lot of jobs that pay over, that pay the numbers. And like, again, going back to like comparing our situations, you are like, one, my job in your neck of the woods, 1, barely exists. 2, probably pays like 20% less. Yeah. I don't remember, because
if not less than that, but I don't know exactly.
Well, one, like I said, those jobs don't like the closest there's some companies doing similar work to mine in North Carolina, and guess what? It's Research Triangle, and Research Triangle is just as expensive Oh, it's not just as expensive as Southern California, but it's pushing that direction.
Yeah.
Um, but but yeah, like, you know, people have situations. Money is definitely relative to where you live. Um, and there's just way too many factors for situations. This is the same thing. Actually, I think where this came up was talking about clones. Like, as much as like clon is like not a thing that I care about a lot. I don't think there's any guitar pedal that in my head that I would want to pay more than $1,000 for.
Yep.
The only thing I've thought about getting like an original Rat just to own one. Like, I think those are like around 6 to 8 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do it. Is it dumb? Yeah. But the question is, you know, you don't have to be a doctor or a lawyer or old to do it. Maybe you need to be older. I don't know. Like, you need to be more established in your career to get there. Definitely the age of walking into a pawn shop and finding a Norland era Gibson for $500 is done.
Yeah, it's basically done. If not completely done.
Yeah. I don't know where to go for this rant because I didn't really have a point.
Yeah, so let's put it this way, right? I don't make 6 figures. Just going to be really honest. I don't. I wish I did, but I also live in Mississippi, where my mortgage, my 30-year mortgage. Now I got in before the interest rates got crazy. Mortgage plus insurance plus taxes, I pay less than $1,600 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. And you're not getting that in your neck of the woods.
If I sold my house and moved to Mississippi, I think I could buy the state of Mississippi.
No, not quite. But if you don't mind talking dollars, like, well, let's just look at medium. We've talked about this before, and I promise this is the most boring part of this entire conversation, which is why we've left this at the end. I don't remember exactly where you are.
I'm in Southern California.
Yeah.
I'm about a half hour south of Riverside.
Okay, so we'll use Riverside.
When I'm not in outer space, right, guys?
Right, exactly. Homes for sale in Riverside. That is Oregon. Don't give me that. So we'll look at Riverside, California. I'm going to find a house that is comparable to mine in Riverside, California.
Sure.
Right?
My guess is going to be like $650. That's my guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look at comparable to mine. Comparable. So my house is 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Here you go. Here's one in Murrieta, California. This is. I'm not gonna show the photo or anything, but it's built in 1990. Mine's a little newer than that. It's got a lot of 5,600 square feet. My lot is bigger than that because I live on an acre. But the house itself is about 200 square feet bigger than mine. No, I'm sorry, 200 square feet smaller than mine. It is $650,000.
Yeah. What's the size?
It's
a 4-bed, 3-bath?
4-bed, 3-bath. Mine's a 4-bed, 2-bath.
Oh, okay.
So let's take that for properties for sale, and let's say $650,000. What could that get you where I live? We're gonna look at the price. We're gonna only do 600. We'll say $600,000 to $750,000, right?
Custom refinish work on guitars is crazy.
Yes, it is. Oddly enough, Steve, here's the one. This is the one. Now, honestly, oddly enough, it gets you some really similar houses in my area, but I live in a particularly expensive part of Mississippi. So like, that $650,000 can get you a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,700 square foot house with a pool here. Or a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, another 2,600 square foot house. Right. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 2,000 square feet, but that's because it's on like the main street. But if you're willing to move out in the county just a little bit, 5-bed, 5-bath, 3,600 square feet. Like the houses start getting big. But see, that's the thing. I paid $250 for my house.
Yeah. Well, and timing is everything too,
yeah,
right? Like
100%.
I don't think there's a house in San Diego County right now for less than, well, a decent, like a starter home, like 3-bed, 2-bath or whatever.
Yeah.
In San Diego County for less than $8. I mean, there's probably like something out in the sticks that's like under $850, but even that like probably comes with land, so it probably bumps the price back up.
And so I've done these pricings before because I'm curious, if I were to decide to leave Mississippi, like, could I afford to keep my level of living? My cost of living to move to, I've looked in the Riverside, California area because there was a job opening recently. I looked at it. And the cost of living increase is like 165% of what it is here. But the average salary only goes up by about 25%.
Right.
So I'd be worse off to move to California.
Okay. And like I was saying, so much of it's timing. The San Diego market, like if you bought pre-COVID in San Diego, if I was making as much money as I am now before COVID, I would be in $1 million house right now.
Yeah.
Not because it would have been $1 million when I bought it. It's because I would have bought it for like less than what I'm paying for this house. It would have been cheaper at a better interest rate. And it would have appreciated, like, there's a ton of homes in San Diego that have effectively doubled in price in the last six to 8 years. I'm really doing my best to avoid, the Zoomer number.
Yeah, I get it. Well, I tell you what, Steve, we know we have completely deviated.
Yeah, for that amount of money, you can.
You wouldn't even get spit in the face in San Francisco. Yeah. I've never been to San Fran, but I'm going in 2028. There's a conference that I go to.
Oh, nice.
It'll be there. So it'll be my first trip to San Francisco. I've only ever been to like LA area of California. That's it. LA, Anaheim. Really? Yeah, that's the only part of California I've ever seen.
I like the Bay. I've never been in the Bay. I've never been to like the supposed, shit on the street portions of the Bay.
Oh,
I've been on the shit on the street portions of Los Angeles.
Oh, Steve, when I'm there in 2028, you should come up and we'll go bug Doug Cower.
Oh my gosh, that'd be cool.
Let's go do that.
That actually is far enough away that maybe things will stabilize by then, or they could be worse for me. I have no idea. Anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out for 2.5 hours. Super appreciate it. Glad we could just get back into this, and hopefully it's not 4 months before we do it again.
Yeah, we'll try to make 4 weeks and not 4 months.
Yeah.
Awesome. Bye, y'all.
See ya. Stay grounded.